What's up guys, Mike here, and in today's video we are going to watch the craziest buzzer beaters that basketball has ever seen. Trust me when I say there are some gems here, some absolutely ridiculous shots are coming up, so get ready. But before we continue, please like this video, it helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm, and remember, subscribe and turn on post notifications because once we hit 1.7 million subscribers, I am going to give one person who is subscribed either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, your choice. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and hit that bell to win a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. Sounds pretty great to me. And now let's sit back and watch the best buzzer beaters of all time. So starting with the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young is known for his three-point shooting, of course. However, this play demonstrates that the man is just a walking bucket.
Herter gets it in. Kevin looking, lob to the basket, poked away. Trae!
A great shot to start this video off. However, we're gonna just keep on going because some of these teams have a lot of clips. For the Boston Celtics, I'm sure you're thinking about Larry Bird or Paul Pierce or any of their Hall of Fame legends. However, this is Milt Palacios' time. With 1.8 seconds left, the Nets just had to inbound the ball here to win this game, but instead...
And throws it away. Palacios throws it out. Milt Palacios threw it in, and the Celtics win the game. Whoa!
To be honest, I had never seen this clip before I started making this video, so I hope this shows you guys that we do have a lot of gems coming up. Looking at one of the greatest shots of all time though, we have none other than Devon Harris of the then New Jersey Nets.
Philadelphia by one. Simmons gets it into Harris. Harris thought he was fouled. Harris scored!
As you can see, the Nets are down by 1 point and Harris takes the ball, loses it, then somehow throws up a miracle of a shot. Again, this is simply one of the best shots I have ever seen. Meanwhile, in Charlotte, standing 89 feet away from the basket, Baron Davis actually called that he was going to make this shot, and then...
Somebody counted on a shot attempt. Oh! It's gotta go!
This 89-foot bomb from Baron Davis is the NBA record for longest shot in NBA history, and this is a record that is going to be near impossible to break. Side note though, Jay Crowder almost did break it, however, this shot was waved off.
It's Isaiah Thomas. That pass is thrown length of the floor. Oh! But he's out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Can't count.
But wait, is the best shot here as simple as I previously thought? Because against the Toronto Raptors, Jeremy Lamb loses the ball and then...
Lamb lost it, has to fire! Oh!
What an insane shot. I don't care that he lost the ball. I don't care that he definitely did not call bank. So which one was better, Jeremy Lamb's or Baron Davis's? That's on you to decide. Comment down below. Moving to the Chicago Bulls, we of course have to start off with one of Michael Jordan's most iconic moments. Known simply as The Shot, Jordan would send the Cavaliers home on a buzzer beater. However, the Bulls would end up losing to the Pistons in that year's playoffs, which is coincidental because for our second Bulls clip, we have Derrick Rose.
Looking, finds Rose. Rose trying to get open, fires away. Bang! It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer!
Now, of course, the best thing about this is the meme that came from Derrick Rose's complete lack of expression for sinking the Cavs on this game winner. However, again, the Bulls would go on to lose in this series to the Cavs, but at least good for Derrick. Before we get to the Cavs though, I do want to say, episode 4 of my podcast, Laced Up with the Flight Mic and Get Like Coop, is out right now. The link to the podcast will be in the description, and remember guys, if you go and subscribe to the Laced Up channel, you are also going to enter yourself to win a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. All you have to do is go subscribe to Laced Up, turn on notifications. Again, the link is in the description, and you're gonna have 2 chances to win a PS5 or an Xbox. So please go watch. And now we're on the Cleveland Cavaliers, where LeBron James has had plenty of buzzer beaters and game winners. But to me, my personal favorite is this one against the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer!
Reading the comments of this video, it seems like this was a huge memory for a lot of NBA fans. This was back when I was in high school and I still vividly remember it to this day. Now, speaking of young NBA stars, Luka Doncic has already made his mark as one of the best players in the entire NBA, which means it should come as no surprise that he has 2 clips on this list for the Dallas Mavericks. First up, we have this shot.
0.6 of a second. Brunson will bring it about. Oh, Doncic buries a 3 out of the corner.
Where we can see with 0.6 seconds left, Luka ties it with the Blazers, and then this season against the Grizzlies.
Got to get it in. Here's Luka. Gets it away. It's good. A Doncic dagger.
Amazing. Personally, though, the best shot here for the Mavericks was with Darren Collison.
Marion, Carter lost the ball. Sean's got it. Collison at the buzzer. Good! But was he above the arc?
Crazily, Darren Collison connects on a 3-pointer that he shot in mid-air to beat the buzzer. A very, very rare play. As for the Denver Nuggets, they have 3 clips that I love, and so let's start with the classic full court shot from Keon Clark.
The season, it's the Nuggets, Keon Clark.
But really, that shot is one up for me by both Emmanuel Mudiay dropping the ball, then draining a game winner. And what might be one of the most underrated buzzer beaters of all time, here is Nick Van Exel. Seriously, how is that shot not talked about more? I don't get it. Continuing down the alphabet, we have the Detroit Pistons, where this Rasheed Wallace clip to me is unintentionally hilarious because just watch.
Nuggets lead by 3. All they gotta do is throw it in bounds.
Rasheed from long range.
It feels like Rasheed just stumbles into a near full court shot here, which is of course incredible, but if we're looking for the absolute top moment, Chauncey Billups in the 2004 playoffs against the Nets did this.
Pistons need a 3 and they have just under 3 seconds to do it. Here's Chauncey Billups. Here it is. He's got it. He's got it. Chauncey Billups hits the 3.
You saw that correctly. Chauncey drained a half-court shot to tie the game and send it into overtime in the playoffs. For the Golden State Warriors, I think we all know what's coming.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
What an amazing encapsulation of who Steph Curry is as a basketball player, and what a devastating shot for the Thunder. But because we all know about this shot, because we all knew it was coming, I want to add in a bonus shot here that I bet you haven't seen.
Here's Richardson, a leading 3. I got it at the buzzer! Jason Richardson has won the game for Golden State!
Yes, there is Jason Richardson with a spinning game-winning 3-pointer over the Mavericks. How he made this, I'm not sure. Looking at the Houston Rockets, Ralph Sampson is a very underrated what-if story because if not for his injuries, Ralph would have been a top-tier center for his entire career. Still though, in Game 5 against the defending champion Los Angeles Lakers in the 1986 Western Conference Finals with just 1 second left, Ralph amazingly did this.
1 second on the clock. Sampson. It goes. It's over.
This shot sent the defending champion Lakers home and brought the Rockets to the finals where they would lose to the Boston Celtics. Now we're in Indiana, where in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, first Reggie Miller knocks down a 3 to put the Pacers up by 2. That wasn't good enough for Penny Hardaway though, as he decides to change the score with his own 3-pointer, which sets up this shot by Rick Smits.
Gotta be a catch and shoot. Here it is. Smith with the catch and the shot.
Hardly known for his jump shooting, this shot was certainly a surprise. And speaking of surprises, honestly for the Los Angeles Clippers, the best clip I could find was this shot by Lou Will.
5 seconds to go, tie game, seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win. Bingo!
Oh my goodness.
Please in the comments tell me a better shot. I spent hours and hours researching clips for this video. I couldn't find one, but that's okay because the Lakers have more than enough clips to make up for it. Starting off with the Los Angeles Lakers. After a Kobe Bryant airball,
Bryant turns and comes up short.
Who else but Ron Artest is there to send the Lakers to the NBA Finals? If not for this Ron Artest make, it's very possible that the Suns could have finally broken through and reached the finals. But speaking of Kobe, this was my personal favorite Kobe Bryant moment. Because as the 7th seed in the West, the Lakers were heavy underdogs against the Suns. In the season, Kobe averaged 35 points per game, but Kobe is Kobe, and so with about 8 seconds left, first the following play happens.
And they do.
Ball knocked away, stolen by Parker.
There it is.
Here comes George to Kobe Bryant. Bryant inside. It's good. It's good. Tie game.
But the buzzer beater would come in overtime.
Tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you gotta get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
The man was the very definition of clutch. Now, Phoenix would end up winning this series though, but Kobe did all he could do. Now, back to a Kobe miss.
7 seconds. Bryant putting a move on Christie. Rebound O'Neal. Cutting up short. Ori for the win.
This missed shot was huge, as down by 2, Kobe would miss, but the ball would get kicked out to Robert Horry, who knocked down a 3 to give the Lakers a win. And if they had lost, the eventual NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers would have been down 3-1 to the Kings in the supposed rigged 2002 Western Conference Finals. If they had lost this game, the Kings very well could have been 2002 NBA champions. Continuing with LA,
2 seconds, 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West threw it up and makes it.
which would be the best shot of almost any team on this list, but I'm gonna give that to Derek Fisher here, as after Tim Duncan knocked down an absurd shot of his own over Shaq in the 2004 playoffs. Seriously, watch the slow motion here. Shaq was very, very close to blocking this shot. Anyway, with 0.4 seconds left, Derek Fisher did this.
Here they go. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher scores at the buzzer!
I love how he just runs off the court. What an amazing shot and what an amazing moment. With the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm not sure that Shane Battier saw this go in from the floor, but that doesn't really matter. Again, this was amazing. Taking our talents to South Beach with the Miami Heat.
5 seconds left. Waiters back to Dwayne. Shoots. No, he couldn't get it off. Now fires it up. Bank it in. It counts.
I mean, getting blocked but then still knocking down a buzzer beater is wild. As we all know though, the best buzzer beater comes in the form of Ray Allen's game-tying shot in the 2013 NBA Finals.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, if Manu Ginobili or Kawhi Leonard had just knocked down a free throw here, this never would have happened. But the Spurs left the door opened and Ray Allen took advantage. Flying over to the Milwaukee Bucks. To be honest, the Bucks have a ton of ridiculous shots here. To start off, we've got Chris Middleton tying a playoff game with this.
Who's going to get the shot here? Gets it in. Middleton for the tie. Oh my goodness.
Here's Brandon Jennings winning a game while shooting over a double team.
Levy in for Jennings. 3 is good. Brandon Jennings.
Andrew Bogut wins the game for the Bucks with under a second left.
Kukoc to inbounds. To Bogut. Bucks win.
My favorite two though are Monte Ellis just throwing up this absurd shot.
Good pickup by Jeremy. Monte Ellis puts it up at the buzzer and got it. No way. Monte Ellis wins the game and then heads to the locker room.
And Ray Allen casually making one of the longer shots the NBA has ever seen.
Unable to finish.
Andrew Wiggins' time with the Minnesota Timberwolves was pretty forgettable if we're being honest, but this game-winning shot was pretty great.
Drives across midcourt. Andrew lets it fly at the buzzer for the win. Andrew Wiggins banks it in, and the Timberwolves.
That's all I've got to say for Minnesota. Now with the New Orleans Hornets, as late in the game against the Utah Jazz, Paul Millsap would get fouled and made the first free throw. At this point, the commentator said this.
Well, now that they don't have a timeout, it makes sense not to miss it. Well, knowing that if the Hornets don't have a timeout, well, if you miss it, somebody could get a foul.
However, Paul Millsap did not miss, which led to this.
Here we go. Baseball pass. Caught. Clock runs. Okafor puts it up. Oh! He baked it!
Emeka Okafor was not a shooter. He was not even a particularly good offensive player, but in this moment, the basketball gods were on his side. He was amazing. And speaking of amazing, the Knicks have been amazing this season, and they have some pretty unique buzzer beaters here, starting with David Lee making this shot with 0.1 seconds left.
As they throw it at the basket.
And here's Latrell Sprewell, who for once is not choking as he knocks down this shot from the ground. Moving on, you never expect a full court inbounds pass to completely backfire with this little amount of time, but
at Notre Dame showing off that. Picked up on the deflection by Taj. Good at the goes! He got it!
To me though, Russell Westbrook has the best buzzer beater in Oklahoma City history.
Thunder's out of timeouts. Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot! Get it! What a perfect ending!
Yes, Russ knocked down a 35-foot game winner, and this shot was even more incredible than you would think, because you have to consider that this make gave Russ 50 points for the night, the same night that Russ broke Oscar Robertson's record for triple-doubles in a season, and also the Thunder were down by 10 points in the fourth quarter before Russ scored 18 of his team's final 21 points. When it was all said and done, Russ finished with 50 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists in his record-breaking performance. Heading down to Orlando, you will only see this once in the entire video, so while it may not seem like the craziest thing, just consider that this type of play is extremely rare.
Durant fires, no good again. Long rebound. Oh! Racing into the open floor. Yes!
Tobias Harris wins with a game-winning buzzer-beating dunk. A nice transition here to the Philadelphia 76ers, who have Tobias Harris on their team, and this is a recent shot, but a good one. I think we all probably remember TJ McConnell crushing Carmelo Anthony's heart as the process truly began.
Loose ball taken by Henderson. Sixers don't call the timeout. Here's Ilyasova. Here's McConnell. Can he get it off? Yes! And the Sixers win it!
I was actually at this game, which makes it even more special to me. However, you might not care about that, so let's go to the Phoenix Suns. Here we can see in Game 5 of the 1976 NBA Finals, the Suns drain a shot to put them up by 1. Then John Havlicek comes through with an apparent game winner as the fans literally stormed the court here, but there was still 1 second left and Gar Heard had other plans. Now, Phoenix had to get creative here as they had no timeouts, except due to a rule at the time, you could still call a timeout and move the ball to your end of the basket, only the other team would get a single free throw. First, the Celtics would make a free throw, which gave them a 2-point lead. Then
won't start until it's touched. They'll have to throw it up. Gar Heard, turnaround, shot in the air. It's good. It's tied again. I don't believe it.
Unfortunately, while this shot did silence the Boston Celtics fans for a moment and sent this NBA Finals game into triple overtime, the Celtics did pull out a win here and won the finals in 6 games, which is probably why this shot and this moment and this game in general are largely forgotten. With the Portland Trailblazers now, before we get to Damian Lillard, let's start off with Brandon Roy, because this game was crazy. To start off, Brandon Roy knocks down what looks like a game winner with 1.9 seconds left. Only on the other end, Yao Ming drains an and one that puts the Rockets up by 1 after Yao sinks his free throw, which allowed Brandon Roy to do this.
There's Blake to Roy. This is for the win.
Absolutely amazing. Gotta move on to Dame though, as here against the Rockets again,
A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! And the Blazers win the series.
This shot would be the highlight of many people's careers. However, as we all know, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, Damian Lillard would do the same thing with Paul George guarding him.
A chance to send the Thunder home. Lillard, long range 3, and it's good!
And you know what, Paul George? I know you took back your statement, but I will say this. Dame, this is definitely a bad shot attempt. There was no reason for you to dribble out the clock and then shoot from there. However, because it went in, it was not a bad shot. It was a great shot. As for the team that I previously said was cursed, the Sacramento Kings have one play and one play only that needs to be in this video, as it's actually one of the craziest shots I've ever seen in my life. To just lay the groundwork here, first Tyreke Evans actually begins this sequence with a clutch steal and layup to put the Kings up by 1, but then on the other end, OJ Mayo hits an absolutely absurd shot that should have given the Grizzlies the win, only
1.5 seconds, no timeouts. Tyreke at the hole.
What's the... Tyreek Evans fumbles the ball in midair, regains his composure, and drains a 3/4 court shot for the win. This is the kind of clip that, to me, it makes this entire video. I love this. Traveling to the San Antonio Spurs, we're going to start out with this clip here.
2.4 seconds remaining. Moses with a long distance attempt. He goes! He goes with one hand for Moses Malone.
Yes, as you just saw, 3-time MVP and Hall of Famer Moses Malone ends this game with one of the longest shots in basketball history. But what's even crazier is that this was just the 8th three-pointer that Moses ever made in his career. Oh, and what's even crazier than that is that this was the last shot that Moses Malone ever took on an NBA basketball court. If you tried to write that, it would seem unbelievable. Now, moving countries to the Toronto Raptors, headed into the 2019 playoffs. The Raptors had never won a single NBA championship, and they very well could have been bounced in the second round by the 76ers. Instead, Kawhi Leonard did this.
Looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win. Got it! Kawhi Leonard!
To be honest, with the amount of times that this ball bounced on the rim, this shot also looked like it was written for a movie, and for the Raptors, it was a movie. Because with this shot, Kawhi Leonard created a truly iconic moment in NBA history, and the Raptors would advance, and eventually, as we all know, they would go on to win the NBA championship. With that said, to me, the craziest buzzer beater here in general has to be Mo Peterson's. As, just watch this.
They go the length of the court. Ruffin tips it away. And... no! Not possible!
Yes, the Wizards tried to be smart here. They tried to throw the ball up in the air to end the game, but they did not throw it high enough, and Mo Peterson drained this miracle of a shot to send the game into overtime. And guys, we're on our second to last team here, the Utah Jazz, and let's just start out with this.
Ingles trying to get it in, having trouble. Bogdanovich, tough shot, he went in! Bojan Bogdanovich with only his second three-pointer of the game.
How in the world did Bogdanovich make this shot through a literal double team? But with the Utah Jazz here, I've got to say, sometimes the moment matters more than the degree of difficulty, and here for John Stockton, the moment was absolutely huge.
Stockton, open three, hit it! John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals.
With this shot, as you just heard, John Stockton sent the Utah Jazz to the 1997 NBA Finals, where, of course, the Chicago Bulls ran them over. As for our final team on this list, the Washington Wizards, we have two nice clips here, a clutch shot and a ridiculous shot. Let's first start with the clutch shot, so watch here as Paul Pierce adds yet another memorable moment to his career with this shot in Game 3 against the Hawks.
Pierce with three, Pierce with two, Pierce fall away at the horn, it's gone!
This, to me, in terms of career accomplishments, is right up there with his Instagram stories, probably a close second. Obviously joking, but back to basketball, in Game 6 of this same series, Paul Pierce almost did it again.
Wall in trouble, 3 seconds left, Wall with two, here's Pierce, and Pierce gets it away, good, and it's gone! He did it! Paul Pierce ties it!
If we look very closely, we can see that the shot was waved off because it was slightly too late. But we are finishing this video off very strong with this shot from Jeff Malone.
Hey, with 5 seconds into the front court, goes to Malone, into the corner. Malone throws up a brick left side. Oh my goodness, what a shot!
What a way to end this video. With that said, guys, we are done. So I've got to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you did enjoy, leave a like on this video, and I'm doing 2 giveaways right now. If you are just subscribed and turn on post notifications to this channel, you are going to enter to win a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. Also, if you're subscribed and turn on post notifications to my podcast channel, Laced Up, you're also going to be entered to win a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. That's 2 chances, all for just a few clicks of a button that are completely free. If you're already subscribed, 1, you're already entered, and 2, you're awesome. We all know it. And as always, guys, have an awesome day, and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.